So, going back again to the whole spiritual awakening thing, if you're going through it, you're going to be challenged to the point where you might end up crying, you might end up feeling so lost and confused. It's a really, really hard spot to be with, to have a spiritual awakening. Of course, society has named it, you know, midlife crisis. And whenever society does something like that, it hurts us all because we're all unique and we all go through these things. So to just call it a midlife crisis, it's silly, it's messed up because it invalidates what people are really going through, and they call it a midlife crisis because all of a sudden you're not the same. And again, because you're realizing, wait a second, what the hell have I been doing with all my life? I've been serving everybody and except me. And again, you have to be number one, because if you're not working at 100%, nothing is going to work in your life. Okay? Nothing. So, again, I'm saying put yourself first. Get your vibration to a point that is high enough that you run into good things. See, if you're in a high vibration, I'm gonna clear some of the. I'm not gonna be as conceited to say that I'm gonna clear something that Abraham has mentioned. But if you have listened to Abraham Hicks, you have heard of the escrow. The vibrational escrow. Okay, and I was always wondering what is that? Rockets of desire and things like that. And just speaking about that escrow, I was on a podcast with my buddy Brogan. He's got a podcast called Why the F Not, and I was talking to him, and I was speaking about these kinds of things, and I said, you have to go to this room where all the divine entities meet. Now, I don't think he understood what I was saying, but I was so clear to what I was saying, because most people live here. Okay, it's a base level kind of existence, very ego driven. The moment you start to rise in vibration, you start to get to different levels. And the reason why I call it room is because this is the basement. This is the basement. Okay? When you're in a low vibration, that's where most people live, because they're in fear. As you rise in vibration, you're not in the basement anymore. Is there fear in there? Maybe. Maybe a little bit, maybe not as much as the basement. But the point is that you're rising and you're feeling better. And you keep telling yourself, everything works out for me, always. Everything works out for me, always. You turn on some music and you start to feel better. And then if you're anything like me, you start singing. And now you're doing a lot better. Again, when you're meditating, you get to higher points, to the high points where you need to be. And that, my friends, that's that room that I'm telling you about, the penthouse. Okay? Take this analogy of a building. What are you going to see in the basement? Nothing. There's barely any windows. In fact, what you see is probably people's feet walking by. Then you get to the first level and the second and the third. Obviously, if you get to the penthouse, to the top of that building, your view is going to be that much more expansive. You'll see more beautiful things too. You'll see the sky, while the person in the basement cannot see any of that. Okay? So that's the escrow, the penthouse. And in the penthouse, all of these beautiful entities show up at the same time when you're there, or they're there and you show up, and there's a party. No, there's not a party, but it feels amazing. Okay? So, doesn't it make sense? It's 4:44 in the clock right now, which means all is well. You rise and you get to this room and you're elevated now. That's the room where all the good things happen. When you're at the place where you're at the right place at the right time. You're not stressing because boom, that will bring you right back to that stupid basement. Okay? And you gotta climb up again to get to that specific room, to that high vibration, because you'll be there at the right place and at the right time with the right people. And everything will be so much easier for you. And actually, there will be hope. There will be happiness. Because everything is, all of that is there. In that high vibration, in that room, in that penthouse, in that escrow, that vibrational escrow. Okay, so that's what Abraham meant by saying your vibrational escrow. It's like when you're meditating, you reach levels. You keep climbing and climbing until you reach that particular level where your angels, or where, these higher dimensional entities live. Doesn't it make sense to get there? To rise yourself, to put yourself first to get there? That's what I'm talking about. And if you're going through an ego breakdown, an ego death, if you're going through a spiritual awakening, your ego is dying. And your ego is fighting like hell to survive. But what about this? Don't we want to be afraid of this? Oh, don't we want to be angry about this? Oh, you're always worried about this time of day. But since you put yourself first, you're not feeling that worry at 11 o'clock in the morning or at 3 o'clock in the afternoon because you did it first. So you're lingering in that room, and you're just, maybe you come up and down a little bit, but then you remind yourself, wait, I gotta stay up here. Keep thinking elevated thoughts, keep singing, keep having fun, keep having a good time. Your cells are relaxed. Your signal is huge. Because remember, we're electromagnetic. You're sending signals to the rest of the universe. Doesn't it make sense to climb to the highest tower to make those messages travel faster? You getting what I'm saying? You're getting it. I can feel it. You right there in the corner. You're getting what I'm saying. So that's the objective here. People who get to that point, they're not better than the people in the basement. They just know different things, and they know that the priority is to be up there, so you can be the best you can be. Because that's you. That's where you're going to find your nature. That's when you're going to find, that you are divine, that you are a spirit having a human experience. And you're going, oh my God, all that stuff is really silly. When you're up here, all this stuff, so silly. Silly, silly, silly. Crazy, silly. Ridiculous, silly. Stupid. Okay? The news get you there. Your neighbors get you there. You want to have a nightmare? Jump into somebody's perspective, into somebody's story. Accept it as your own. And then you'll be there, terrified as they are. But if you care about your vibration, if you care about getting good things and being in the right place at the right time, you want to be good. You want to have the intention of being good at and the best you can be. And how can you do that? By climbing up and getting to that penthouse, getting to the top, the high vibration, where you're going to be at the right place and at the right time with the right people and the right help. And then people will think, oh, he's just fucking lazy. He always spends the whole time at the beach. But everything is working out for you. And you're not stressed anymore. And then people will start hating you because you don't look as stressed as they do. And they call you selfish and all of this stuff. But again, you might not even hear it. Because guess what? They're down here in the basement. And you're way up here. Okay? So, do this for yourself.